sweet family. Today I am going to share another of my children's childhood breakfasts with you, and this is simply going to be scones. I was going to make some scones this morning, or I used to call them scones, but I guess some people will call them bakes, but it's bakes with a twist. So today we are going to look at some bakes today, and I used to make these for the children all the time for breakfast so that they could grab them, take to school. They could use it on mornings with some butter, with some jam, with some cheese, whatever they wanted to do it with. So I was going to do some, so I decided to bring you all in the kitchen with me. So if you are here for the first time, my name is Annie, and this is Sweet Annie's Life. And putting the water was the old-fashioned way. So I am doing it the old-fashioned way with a twist. So join me in the kitchen, but before we start, let me show you what ingredients I have. I have 2 cups of flour here. I have a tablespoon of baking powder. I have a teaspoon of salt, but I'm not sure if I would use all of that salt. We'll see. And then I have some nutmeg. No, actually this is the cinnamon. I have a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I have half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Then I have half cup of sugar, and I have my coconut milk here, and this is a cup of coconut milk, but we will put it in and see how the texture is. And years ago I used to use my hand to do this, but I'm not doing that today. But if you wanted to use your hand to do the mixing and stuff like that, it comes out the same way, but I'm not using my hand. So I have my mixer here, and I'm using this attachment. And so all I'm gonna do right now is, I'm going to put my stuff in my mixer. So this is my 2 cups of my flour here. My hands are already washed, but for those of you that your hands are not washed, you can wash them, but you will still have to wash them later again. I just put in my baking powder. I didn't put it all. I put it in my salt. I didn't put it all of that either, but I'm putting it on my nutmeg because I like the taste of nutmeg, and I love the smell. If you use the nutmeg that is in the shell and you grate it, you will get the real thing. So then I am going to put in my cinnamon. I am going to put my sugar in here as well. But what I'm going to do is give this a little mix to mix up everything. This is like a super, super, super simple recipe. You could have asked for anything simpler. This is a super simple recipe. So let me just lock that in and mix this together for a little while, get everything all mixed in. Right, so all my ingredients are mixed together, and as I said, I love these bakes. And I'm gonna put my milk in a little at a time. So I'm gonna leave my mixer on. Put in a little bit of the milk. So I put in about half. And as I said, you could get your hands in there because later on we'll get our hands in there and we will. So I'm going to put my oil on because we're going to fry these. Alright. Needs some more. Let me show you what's happening there. See what's happening? See, it's leaving the pan. It's getting all mixed in. Well, when you're mixing it with your hand, that's the same thing that needs to happen. So I think that my bakes are all done. So I've washed my hand again, and this is our thing. But when I feel it, it feels a little too sticky. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a little bit more flour and put it inside there because we don't want it too sticky. So I have a little flour here, and I'm going to put it in so it don't be too sticky. There we go. And we are just going to take this off of the ladle. See how super simple this recipe is? When I had to be rushing out to work, rushing out for work on mornings, you know, it wasn't, I couldn't do too much of anything. I really couldn't do too much of anything. So let's taste it and see. It's all good. Alright, I have my oil on the stove preheating. This is our, as I said, if you're going to be doing this with your hands, just make sure you wash your hands and they are clean. So these are our little bakes or scones or whatever you choose to call them. And we are doing this basically the same thing we did the last time. We're going to roll them out in some little balls, then flatten them slightly. Yes. If you want them even, that's fine. If you don't, doesn't matter. Because it's just breakfast, it's just for the family. But especially if you have a big family, these are so cool to make. You know, I had 4 children, so it was me and 3 till the last one came along. Then, so we're just gonna roll these out in little balls. And I'll roll all these out and then I will be right back. Okay, I showed y'all before how you test to find out if your oil is warm enough. So this is my wooden spoon. And I would take the end of the bottom of my wooden spoon and put it in the water. And let me bring y'all up. You see what is happening there? You see it is all fuzzing. That means that our oil is ready. So I am just gonna put my scones in one at a time, and don't try not to overcrowd the pan, because if you overcrowd the pan, it could make it difficult to turn and all that. So just going to move these around a little bit because I could hold like one more, because you see, I don't know if you could see, but they're rising. Our scones are rising. That's good enough. You don't need to overcrowd the pan. I hope that y'all are enjoying these little breakfast tidbits that I used to do for the children when they were small. If you are, you can just give me a like, a share, and I would sincerely appreciate that, because it will help these videos to get out to other people. Because these things to me come natural, they come simple, and sometimes you think that they are simple to other people too, but they really aren't. And I'm just talking to you for a little while this is doing its thing. Now I have some green bananas behind here. So these are my green bananas. I already boiled them. So I'm going to cut those, and I'm going to make some banana chips with them. So I will see y'all when all my scones are finished. I will keep you abreast and watch how it's progressing. I'm turning my scones now, and I do believe, or my bakes now, but I do believe that I still overcrowded the pan a little bit, because the rice is a little bigger than I anticipated. But don't they look yummy? Nice and golden brown. I love them nice and golden brown like that. You could do them to whatever color you want. If you want them lighter than that, you could do them lighter than that. But I like them golden brown because they're nice and crispy. So, and I cutted up my bananas to do my banana chips as well. So family, these are our bakes, and our bakes are nice and warm. They're all done. So I have some, I remember I showed y'all how I made my garlic butter. So I have some garlic butter here that I am going to try with my scones. So I'm just going to get a knife, and I'm going to cut one, and I'm going to taste it for you. Look at it. It's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Oh, it's hot. Okay, see the inside? Beautiful. And this is some garlic butter. You can use regular butter. I know a few of you might ask, what kind of oil did I use for frying? You can use whatever oil you're comfortable with. But I use grapeseed, avocado, or sunflower. And I know people will say, okay, what about these seed oils? Yeah, but this is something you don't do that often, so. Just really nice with the garlic butter. I know you might say, why it has sugar in it? That's what makes it taste good. You mix. But these are good. So family, if you enjoy this recipe, you know what to do. Just consider giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe. I have my banana chips on, so that is what I'm eating for breakfast. And if you want to keep them warm, you could just like knit them in the oven for a short while, or you can knit them wherever you want. But they taste nice warm, taste nice cold, doesn't matter. So once again, family, continue to let your light shine and spread the love wherever you go. So have an awesome, awesome rest of the week. And until I see you again, I am Annie.